Well, happy Friday. We finally made it to the weekend. I'm meteorologist Hannah Fink, and we're going to talk about your weekend forecast, what to expect with that. Luckily, rain chances will start to decrease. We've had a lot of rain the last few days. It's been quite a soggy few days, if that. We've been starting the day off with rain. We've been ending the day off with rain. But luckily, we do have a pattern switch up, but it may not be as pleasant as we're expecting. We're looking at more building heat. So the same old what we've been starting off the weekends with. We're saying we start off with heat and then we end the week off with rain. But let me just break that down here for an easy way to understand. Your weekend outlook Saturday, we can see showers and thunderstorms specifically in the morning. We can still see those chances into the evening hours. They really will be the strongest or more prevalent around, I would say 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. We'll still see some more scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, but those more heavy, widespread thunderstorms will be in that time frame during the morning. Temperatures will be near 89 degrees, but Sunday we have a building heat dome. Another one at that high pressure system moving into our area. So temperatures start to skyrocket, 95 degrees by the time we get to Sunday, but our rain chances do go down to only about a 20% chance. Here's what we are looking at for your beach forecast though. We had a high risk of rip currents for your Friday. That's because a low that moved through our area that we were tracking because of the National Hurricane Center moved through our area. Luckily, no tropical development. It had a very low chance, but that is what gave us our rain this weekend, and it is affecting our rip currents. So we have a moderate risk tomorrow as well as Sunday. So that means you're just going to want to be cautious getting into the water. Some of them could still be a little rocky. Would not be surprised if maybe a red flag or two was waving in the early parts of the day on Saturday. But for the most part, we're expecting moderate risk of rip currents on both Saturday and Sunday. So if you want to cool off during this heat dome, these are looking to be great days. We transition into a low risk of rip currents Monday into early next week. So if you're wanting areas to cool off, the beach is looking good. The one thing is about the beach water is it's starting to feel like bath water. We're in that time of year where we are in the upper 80s for water temperature. One thing to keep in mind though, with tomorrow is a lot of these showers will continue to be coastal showers. So what we saw today, storms started in the water and moved northward. So they started in the south and moved to the north. That's kind of what we're going to see again tomorrow for our showers and thunderstorms. So remember, when thunder roars, head indoors. That's a nice one thing to keep in mind. Luckily though, it won't be as long lived. A lot of these thunderstorms will be on the shorter end. You're also going to want to make sure you protect yourself, not only from the heat, but the UV. So tomorrow we have about an 8. That's still very high. Extra protection is needed. But Sunday as well as Monday, the UV is going to be a burn time of about 10 to 15 minutes. We're seeing an 11 for Sunday and then a 12 for Monday. Monday and Tuesday look to be the hottest days this week, so that UV added on top of the heat. You're just going to want to make sure you protect yourself from the heat, protect your skin as well from the harsh sun rays. Here's an overall look at what we're tracking. This upper level pattern, a high pressure system. This one looks to be stronger than the last 2 weeks we've had. So a lot of areas, including ours, are going to be affected by this. The entire southeast is going to have very high temperatures. Some major cities are even probably going to break records. Not 100% certain on how our almanac is going to look, but there's always that potential there. So we'll keep an eye on it. Strong ridge builds in dangerous temperatures to start off your week. So keep that in mind. Dangerous temperatures. You're going to want to spend the least amount of time outside as you can. I know some people work outside. Needs to be accommodations put in place for people's workers. Make sure you're staying hydrated, taking breaks in the shade, etc. This will start to move out of our area about Wednesday. That's when our rain chances start to go up. But here's our temperatures. This is what we're concerned with. The rain tomorrow will not allow us to warm up. We're still around average, which is about 91 degrees for this time of year. But Sunday, it starts to approach our area, so we'll have 95 degrees. But Monday and Tuesday, 98 on Monday and 97 on Tuesday. That is the actual air temperature. We're used to seeing this with a heat index value where they're very high. But we are seeing our actual atmospheric temperature in the upper 90s, close to 100 degrees. Now, when that rain comes back Wednesday, we start to cool off and go back to our average. But Monday and Tuesday look to be a concern. We could see some heat advisories issued once again. Would not be surprised if we had an excessive heat watch or warning issued on top of that, especially because here's a look at the heat index values. 111 on Monday and 112 on Tuesday. Then 110 on Wednesday. We'll still be there at 109 by Thursday. It's going to be a hot one once again here on the Gulf Coast. We've been saying this the last few weeks. It has been hot. We're going to start off the week hot. and then our rain chances start to come back. So here's those rain chances over the next 7 days. Tomorrow, about a 40 to 50% chance of rain, just kind of depending on where you are. We'll start the morning off with a little bit more widespread showers and thunderstorms. Then as we make our way throughout the day, they'll be more scattered, short-lived. So if you have any outdoor plans, do not feel like you need to cancel them just yet. Maybe have a plan to go inside if there is some rain showers, but don't cancel your plans. Just have a backup plan in case you were doing anything outdoors. Then that ridge comes into play, that ridge of high pressure. Drops our rain chances to 20% on Sunday. We have about a 0 to 10% chance of rain on Monday. Then we slowly start to creep back. 20% chance on Tuesday, then 40% on Wednesday. So we'll see that typical summertime pattern return on Wednesday, where afternoon showers and thunderstorms come in with the sea breeze. Temperatures will be in the lower 90s. Now here's a summary on what we're overall going to expect. This is a 7-day forecast of everything I broke down on one area. So we'll have temperatures in the mid to upper 90s to start your week. Very low rain chances, plenty of sunshine. It is going to be a hot one out there. So make sure you are listening to your body. Know the signs of all heat-related illnesses. Protect your friends, yourself, your family, and your pets. One thing to keep in mind during this time, a lot of people go on walks with their furry friends. Make sure it's before the hours of 10 a.m. and after 6 p.m. One way to check the safety for their paws, pavement heats up very fast during this time of year. It'll be about 98 degrees outside. The asphalt and pavement will heat up to about 140 to 160 degrees. That is extremely hot. So if you touch the pavement and it's too hot at your fingertips, it is too hot for their paws. That is one thing to keep in mind. That's a nice little trick that I tell people whenever they have furry pets. So what we are tracking, heat, once again, this area of high pressure will be a little bit stronger than the last two ridges that have moved through our area, but we're pretty much used to it at this point. We're going to start off the week with hot temperatures, and the rain chances come back into play. So this is the third week we're saying this at this point, but it is very important to keep in mind these are very dangerous temperatures, and they can be very dangerous to some people's health. But overall, thank you so much for watching Next Weather. I'm meteorologist Hannah Fink, and you have a great weekend.